Hello there and good morning. Staff at Google agree to pay cuts to allow them to work from home. As per usual, please like, subscribe and comment below. And when subscribing, please press the little bell, but also select the all option or you won't get any notifications. Since this pandemic struck, people and companies have been forced to grip the concept of employees working from home. And now, this idea of paying remote workers less than those who have to turn up to work in city offices is catching on. And it's catching on fast with the big corporates. CBS News reports that since June, about 10,000 of Google's 135,000 or so workers asked to move office or work remotely. The catch, the report said, employees who choose to work from home or even at an office in a new city or state often must accept pay cuts. And the article also points to Morgan Stanley, whose CEO James Gorman said, "If you want to get paid New York rates, you work in New York. None of this, I'm in Colorado and getting paid like I'm sitting in New York City. Sorry, that doesn't work." And here in the UK, we've had it suggested very recently by an unnamed minister that London civil servants who work from home should not expect full London pay, and some believe they should not get the London waiting allowance either. After all, there's no commuting and no need to buy all those expensive London coffees and sandwiches, is there, let alone rent or buy a house in London? But the Business Secretary Kwasi Kwarteng said he would not support such a proposal. But he did say, "I think it's up to employers and employees to come to their own arrangements, depending on the needs of the company, the needs of the business." But if that happened, wouldn't it surely follow that the civil service would eventually follow suit? With the question being, do you pay for a result, or where the employee sits to do the work, or a combination of the two? But those that work from home could find themselves disadvantaged on at least three fronts. Firstly, their lack of real human-to-human FaceTime with their bosses could well jeopardise any chances of a pay rise or promotion. Secondly, only those that go to the office find out what really makes an organisation tick, something they can use to help progress their careers. And thirdly, home workers could prove easy meat for redundancies when their employers find a rich vein of qualified workers from other places around the country or even around the world. Especially if the new employees can be put on a new, more inferior contract. There is no limit to where on the planet someone can work remotely from, remember. We could see outsourcing along the lines of call centres. Or we might find home workers' contracts changing over time to hourly rates or when specific targets are met, meaning a lack of things like holiday and sick pay. Future HR departments will probably have to routinely introduce contracts and pay scales for those that must turn up to the office, contracts where they can mix and match working from home and from the office, and contracts for those that only work from home. And we'll probably see all jobs being advertised where it states right up front whether it's purely office, mixed or remote only. And that would stop a lot of wasted time later on down the recruitment and employment processes. Now, if you're an ambitious type, I would guess that the best option is to always sign up for full office attendance, all those face-to-face meetings and getting to know everything from being inside the machine. And being old-fashioned, were I running a large company, I'd want the vast majority working together in the office or offices. Then there's the long-suffering customer. We've all been customers of those large corporations and of public services over the last 18 months, where the workers have either been furloughed or work from home, slowing everything down. And how about the pre-recorded warnings when you call them that you'll be waiting on the phone for hours because their whole company or department customer-facing system has collapsed because they're answering your call from home or from an office depleted of staff due to social distancing rules? Those warnings quickly wore very, very thin. And coordinating those people that work from home must be a nightmare cat herding exercise. Unless you can fit a Big Brother device in their houses, of course. Anyway, working from home is here to stay, but on balance I think employers will prefer to put a pay differential in place to encourage many to make the journey and turn up at the company office for work. And that will, I think, in the end, spill over into the civil service too. Where Google leads, the rest must surely follow. So do you think those that work from home should be paid less? Please like and comment below.